Did you know the air in your home could be secretly making you sick? Especially if you have asthma? We often think of our homes as safe havens, but hidden triggers can lurk in the very air we breathe. I'm talking about things we can't even see or smell. But what if I told you there is a way to uncover these invisible threats before they cause an asthma attack? That's what we're diving into today. The amazing technology of smart home air sensors and how they act like a detective for your lungs. Let's start with a common scenario. You're relaxing at home, feeling fine, and suddenly you start wheezing and coughing. You haven't been near any obvious triggers like smoke or strong perfumes. So, what happened? The culprit could be something as innocent as dust mites kicking up from an old rug, or maybe a sudden spike in humidity that encouraged mold growth. These are the kinds of hidden triggers that smart air sensors are designed to catch. So, what exactly are these devices looking for? It's not just one thing. It's a whole cocktail of potential irritants. The most common villains are called particulate matter, or PM 2.5. These are microscopic particles, smaller than a red blood cell, that can come from cooking, burning candles, or even from outdoor pollution seeping inside. When you inhale them, they can travel deep into your lungs and trigger inflammation, leading to asthma symptoms. A good smart air sensor is constantly monitoring PM 2.5 levels, giving you a real-time picture of what is saying in your air. Another major group of triggers are volatile organic compounds, or VO. This is a fancy term for chemicals that are released as gases from everyday items. Think about that new car smell or the scent from a fresh coat of paint. Those are VO. They can also come from cleaning supplies, air fresheners, furniture, and even some types of flooring. For someone with asthma, inhaling these chemicals can irritate their airways and cause Smart sensors can detect a wide range of VOCs, alerting you when levels are high, so you can air out the room or identify the source. Then there's the dynamic duo of temperature and humidity. These two factors might not seem like direct triggers, but they create the perfect environment for other asthma culprits to thrive. High humidity, for example, is a breeding ground for mold and dust mites. When your air is too damp, these allergens multiply like crazy. A smart sensor tracks humidity levels and can alert you when it's time to run a dehumidifier. This isn't just about comfort. It's about actively preventing the growth of triggers that could land you in trouble. Let's not forget about carbon dioxide, or CO2. We all exhale it. So in a poorly ventilated room, CO2 levels can build up. While it's not a direct asthma trigger for everyone, high CO2 is a clear sign that your air is stale and not circulating properly. This means other pollutants and allergens are also getting trapped in the room with you. A smart sensor that monitors CO2 is essentially telling you, hey, it's getting stuffy in here. Time to open a window and get some fresh air. This simple act can dramatically improve your indoor air quality. So, how do these sensors actually work? It's pretty fascinating. For particulate matter, many sensors use a laser. They shine a tiny laser beam inside the device, and when particles in the air pass through it, they scatter the light. A detector measures how much the light is scattered and uses that data to calculate the concentration of particles in the air. For VOCs, they often use a special type of sensor called a metalloxide semiconductor. This material changes its electrical resistance when it comes into contact with certain chemical gases. The device measures these changes to determine the level of VOCs present. The real magic, though, is in the smart part of the smart sensor. These devices don't just give you a bunch of numbers. They connect to an app on your phone and translate that data into easy-to-understand information. Instead of seeing PM 2.5 is at 30 micrograms per cubic meter, you might see a simple notification that says, air quality is poor, along with a suggestion like, consider opening a window or turning on your air purifier. This is where it becomes a powerful tool for managing asthma. Imagine your sensor detects a spike in VOCs every time you use a certain cleaning product. The app will show you this pattern, and you can connect the dots. Aha! That's what's been making my chest feel tight after I clean the bathroom. Now, you can switch to a different, low-vac cleaner. Or perhaps the sensor shows that dust particle levels skyrocket every time the AC kicks on. That's a sign that your air filters might need cleaning or replacing. This technology empowers you to become a detective in your own home. You're no longer guessing what might be causing your symptoms. You have concrete data pointing you to the source. This proactive approach is, again, instead of just reacting to an asthma attack with an inhaler, You can prevent the attack from happening in the first place by managing your environment. Let's think about some practical examples. A parent of a child with asthma could place a sensor in their child's bedroom. They could get an alert on their phone if the air quality drops overnight. Maybe due to high humidity. They could then turn on a dehumidifier remotely or make a note to check for hidden mold. Or, if you're an avid home cook, you might notice that frying food causes a huge spike in particulate matter. Knowing this, you can make sure to always turn on your kitchen exhaust fan before you start cooking, protecting your lungs from that burst of pollution. These devices can even integrate with other smart home gadgets. For instance, you could set up a routine where, if the air sensor detects poor quality, it automatically turns on your smart air purifier. The system works together to maintain a healthy environment for you without you even having to think about it. It's like having a silent guardian for your respiratory health, working 24/7. Of course, it's important to remember that these sensors are tools, not medical devices. They provide valuable information to help you manage your environment, but they don't replace the advice of a doctor or an allergist. If you have asthma, you should always follow your prescribed treatment plan. But by adding a smart air sensor to your toolkit, you're giving yourself another layer of defense. You retaking control of one of the most important factors in asthma management. The air you breathe every single day. The peace of mind this can bring is incredible. Instead of living in constant low-level anxiety about what might trigger your next attack, you can look at your phone and see a clear, reassuring message. Air quality is good. And if it's not, you have the information you need to do something about it. It's about moving from a reactive state to a proactive one. In conclusion, smart home air sensors are more than just fancy gadgets. They are powerful allies in the fight against hidden asthma triggers. By monitoring particulate matter, VOCs, humidity, and CO2, they shine a light on the invisible threats in our homes. They provide actionable insights that allow us to create a safer, healthier living space. So if you or someone you love has asthma, it might be time to hire a little detective for your home. It could make all the difference in breathing easier. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on how technology can improve our health and well-being. Stay safe and breathe easy.